All right, everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. I normally don't start my videos like this, but I do want to touch base on this information because it is a very valid question and I want to clarify this to every single investor. So I got asked, hey man, be honest, do you get paid to throw new tickers or are they really your due diligence? Well, I went ahead and said I do not make a single dime for anything I share, brother. It is all my due diligence. I take the time to research and share every ticker symbol I mention. I in no way, shape, or form am suggesting any viewer or investor to buy, sell, or hold any positions in any of the stocks I mentioned. I'm just here sharing my thoughts, opinions on stocks that may be overlooked, okay? I've already stated this previously, but no one was bold enough to ask this, or I guess no one had been too new enough, right, to probably ask this because I've been talking about it in every single video in the past. So this is probably a new subscriber or someone that didn't see my videos where I talk about how intentional I am and my purpose in this, and that's okay. So I appreciate this type of question, but I'm not going to touch base on this again because I want every single investor and viewer to be aware of this, okay? And that's why I'm talking about it today. So I appreciate all of you that are holding on tight and being patient. I know you want to see that ticker symbol at the end of this video and you want to see that chart, but hold on tight. I just want to explain this all. So another investor comes in and talks about how a YouTuber explained how he got emails from small market caps with tickers that he saw these other channels promoting. Well, I want every single investor to be aware that rarely do I talk about small market caps. I look for companies that have strong financials and a business platform that is proven or has potential. Sometimes there could be a small cap, but it has to have potential and a business model that's becoming profitable. I talk more about mid cap and large cap stocks when it comes to those videos towards the end of the video and ticker symbols to add to your watch list. Now, if I ever talked about anything like that, I would have to disclose it in every video so every investor is aware. And I'm all about transparency and honesty, and I rarely see myself probably even doing anything like that because my integrity is worth more than $1. I don't think I want to get paid by a company to just talk about them, especially if I don't even believe in their product or their platform or anything like that. I talk about what I believe in. So here we are. I get the response finally from the original investor, and I like his approach. Like, it's fine, get your money. We're all here at the end to do that. But no, I'm not getting anything. I don't make a single dime, as I stated up here. And it was good curiosity. The reason why they were wondering is because every video I have a new ticker. But hey, if it's all your job, then I have nothing but respect for you, brother. I really appreciate that response, and I want you to know I have respect for you too, brother, and I have respect for every single investor and viewer on this channel, the ones that have came across it, and even the ones that have never been on this channel before. I want you guys to know that I have respect for all of you guys. Now, my response for that, was to let them know that I've created a Patreon for early access on these ticker symbols, okay? And I will discuss every day and what attracted me to that individual stock. So the stocks that I talk about every day here on YouTube, I will be talking about them over there on early access. It won't be every single day, but you guys will know ahead of time a few different ticker symbols that I'm watching, and I'll tell you what attracted me to it and why I'm watching it. And you guys have extra time to do due diligence as well. And also there's going to be other things and resources on there, and it's limited. Spaces are limited on the Patreon right now. So I went ahead and said thank you for the feedback and recognizing my efforts. But I want you guys to know I do it all for you guys, the investors and viewers. Every single ticker symbol that I pick towards the end of these videos, I do it for you guys. Every single chart analysis, I do it for you guys. Okay? Not every single ticker symbol I talk about, I'm invested in or fully capable of leveraging to be invested in, okay? I sometimes don't have enough leverage, but because it's a great opportunity doesn't mean I'm going to keep it to myself. I want to share it with you guys so you guys can be aware and dig a little deeper and make your own rational decisions, okay? It's not like, oh, I can't do it, I don't want others to know. No, I want all of you guys to know not every single ticker symbol I have enough leverage to position myself in, but just because I can't doesn't mean I won't share with you guys so you guys can have an opportunity, because I may have found an opportunity already. I found another one, but because I can't take it, I'm not going to take that away from you guys. I want you guys to receive it as well. So I do it for you guys. And if you guys want to know how I actually have new ticker symbols every single day, I will go ahead and talk more about that on the Patreon. And that's also a great way to get kickstarted to understanding the purpose behind all of this. So if you want to further support, the Patreon link is down below in the description. And I want to say thank you to the investors that took the time to talk about this. And as always, guys, let's make some money. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol OCGN, Ocugen Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And as we jump into this chart, I do want every single investor and viewer to be aware that I have a new ticker symbol to share with you guys towards the end of this video. And I have already announced to you guys this, but I have a Patreon now, so you guys can see the link down below. So let's see here. Ocugen Inc. had a bearish run. Okay, the overall market is bearish, but Ocugen actually had a quick jump yesterday and started to fall back down. A lot of people were excited about this. If you haven't been able to see the big announcement that I had for everyone about Ocugen's business expenditures, or if you want to call it business approach or ideas for the stock and the whole company itself, you definitely want to look into it because it's some big stuff. You don't want to miss out on it. If anyone's invested in Ocugen or even considering it, you definitely want to see that video. I posted it yesterday and it's called Big Announcement for Ocugen. I believe it's part of the heading and you won't miss it. It should come up on my recent uploads. But let's look at what's important for tomorrow. So the 50-day moving average is 1067. Anything below that is bearish territory, and our support is 995. Anything above this 50-day moving average is bullish territory, so we're currently below it. 995 gets broken through. This could be on its way down to newer lows, new support levels, and working its way deeper into bearish territory. So I want every single investor to be aware that if this gets broken through, watch carefully the behavior. How quickly is it moving down? Because it will be pulling further away from the 50-day moving average in a downward direction. Now, our resistance is 1044. That needs to be broken through by the bulls. If the bulls don't accomplish breaking through that and turning it into a support, they're going to have a lot of trouble working their way up. But I do want every single investor and viewer to be aware that if the bulls do break through this resistance 1044, it does not signify or guarantee that the bulls are going to get back into bullish territory. This is just an indicator for us investors to know where the stock is heading, and if they can turn that into a support, we will know where the momentum is heading and they can possibly work their way one step closer to the 50-day moving average. But yes, the bulls do need to break through 1044, but it does not guarantee the leverage of the bulls gaining over the chart control until they break through the 50-day moving average. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. And don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. Stay tuned to the end because that ticker symbol I'm about to talk about is definitely one you want to learn from. And it is a new one for those of you that have overlooked it. But it's definitely one to learn from and see how the chart has moved in the last several weeks. So for everyone that has stayed to this point in the video, the ticker symbol I'm about to share with you guys is one that I talked about a few weeks ago. We touched base on it one more time as it was moving. It had already moved up like $10. I wanted to let more investors be aware of it, and it was a learning experience at that time. Now I want to go ahead and touch base on it one more time so that us as investors, we focus in on the raw data, the charts, the business model, financials, and the company's structure, right? So I wanted everyone to not look at this one from an emotional perspective and just focus in on the data, the information, and everything that this company had to offer and the potential, moving forward. And also thinking about, the pullback that it had. Was it going to be temporary? Was this actually something to, consider adding to your watch list and so forth? So we touched base on it twice. Now, I just want to touch base on it one more time because once I looked at it, I had actually kind of left it alone and I was just, leaving it in the back end. Didn't want to worry too much about it, but man, I have to mention it. So the ticker symbol I'm about to share with you guys have probably heard me talk about it already before, and it's almost going to seem like a broken record, okay? And I just want every single investor to learn from this and to see the value in the stocks that we're picking here, that we're looking at, and why I'm telling you guys to add it to your watch list. I also want to announce one more time for anybody that kind of missed it or overlooked it, I have a Patreon now. The link is going to be down below. You will gain access to these stocks that I'm looking at way before they're even mentioned here, as soon as I start analyzing them and putting them on my watch list, right? Because I usually look for a pullback and seeing if there's a consolidation or confirmation before I share it. So it gives me time to do due diligence and research before I announce it. So you're going to get firsthand the opportunity to start doing your due diligence and research before I even mention it here on YouTube. So that's something to look forward to, and there's so much other things I will be sharing on the Patreon. So the link is down below. So the ticker symbol is TWTR, Twitter Inc. So this is the second circle. This is the first circle. I talked about it as it was going down. I had stated this might be the bottom. And if it isn't, it's going to pull back more, and it's going to be an even bigger opportunity. Well, it did not drop any lower. It started to run up, consolidated, ran up, and just with the volatility of the market, just continued to hit newer highs. I talked about it at the beginning of February, again, because it had ran up so much in just 2 weeks. And here we are. We're seeing it at the $56, $55 mark, dipped a little bit, and it's ran up all the way up to almost $75 and just had a slight pullback, just like the rest of the market. And it's sitting at $71. This is just for you guys to see how important it is to not look at any stock or investment emotionally, okay? And to always be focused on the business model and paying attention if this is temporary, and that saying that everyone knows, buy low, sell high. That's cliche. And it's like, when do you know when it's low? When do you know it's high? Well, we're seeing a great example of a stock that was falling downwards, that had already hit $55, $56. All it's done is grow over time. So we saw one of its highs. So anything below that was a low. That's like one great simple way to look at it. Anything below that high was a low. And then that would be the new high. And then look what happened. It broke out to even newer highs, right? So very interesting stuff here. And you wanted to always know what was going on here. Was it fear and uncertainty? Because it certainly wasn't profit taking. There was a lot of stuff going on with Twitter, and it was being bashed, and that's completely understandable on everyone's perspective. I've always said that, and I probably even agree with your perspective, okay? That's not something that I wanted to talk about. I'm not here to talk about the conflict or, the controversial topics about this. I'm here to talk about the numbers. I'm here to talk about the opportunity. This was a big opportunity, and I just want every single investor to understand we cannot look at stocks from an emotional perspective. Now, would I recommend still adding this to your watch list? I would really look for a consolidation or a bigger pullback. We need to see what happens, because the potential is showing that it could even go beyond this number in the future or years to come. But that's a really slow process. I mean, this grew pretty fast. I don't know how much faster could this grow in the next coming weeks and months. I mean, it's possible, but I mean, we saw how this recovered, from $40, and it hit a new high in that year, and then it dipped down. So we already knew the high. So anything below that, like I said, was a low. So it was a great way to understand this one from buy low, sell high, because we were seeing new lows. And if it went even lower, I had stated even bigger opportunity. And if not, we want to look for some consolidation or a catalyst that starts to bring this one up. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.